Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Christy, and today we're going to talk about how to safely burn your jarred candles at home. This is an example of a jarred candle. This is a 5-day candle, which means that it's meant to burn continuously for 5 days until the flame goes out on its own. But if you're like me and you're a little bit paranoid about leaving an open flame unattended, well, here are some measures to practice candle magic at home safely. Let's go. So the first measure is to take your jarred candle and place it in another container, specifically another jar. It doesn't have to be a jar. It could be another oven safe dish or microwave safe dish. It could be a bowl, just anything to catch melted wax, just in case this breaks. So that's my first step. Second step is, which also includes a container, whichever container you choose. If you're burning in a jar like this one, which is filled like this, it's just all the way up like this, you could fill it with sand or regular table salt, and that will also help to catch the melted wax. Another tip is to place it in your bathtub or your shower. But if you're going to place it in a bathtub, it has to be a non-plastic bathtub, because the plastic might melt if melted wax burns all over it. So if it's a non-plastic bathtub, you may place your candle, your jarred candle there. Or if it's a shower, showers work well because showers are usually tiled, so that works perfectly great. A tip when using the shower, if you're going to place it in the shower, is if you're using a shower curtain, if you have a shower curtain, please pull the shower curtain away from the flame. You could put a knot in it, tie it up, or like wrap it around the rail or something. So that's one tip. Another tip is to not overdo the oils. Sometimes if you place too much oils in, when you're dressing the candle, if you place too much oils into the candle, it might cause like smoke and might flame up. So that's another thing that you guys need to watch out. When you're practicing candle magic or any kind of magic and you're using any kind of oils, conjure oils or essential oils or whatever it is, you don't necessarily need a lot. A lot more does not mean that your magic is going to be powerful more than anything else, or it's going to work faster. A little bit goes a long way. It's the intention that counts. So you don't have to overdo it with the oils. Okay. Another tip is, and this is a little bit controversial because I've used dried herbs before in my candle. A lot of practitioners have used dried herbs before. The problem is, if you watch how a candle burns, if you place dried herbs inside a candle, it'll burn all the way out perfectly fine. Everything will be smooth, perfect. The problem occurs when it goes all the way down to the bottom and there's just a little bit of wax left. Then the herbs start to burn, they start to char, they start to smoke up, and that's where the problem lies. So this is why I'm saying I wouldn't really suggest placing dried herbs inside the candles. Rather, what I do is, if you want the energy of the herbs, is to place the dried herbs around the candle. So you'll place this candle on a dish, on a plate, flame proof of course, and you sprinkle the herbs around it, maybe an inch away from the actual jar, and that works perfectly. It's the energy and the intention that counts. The herb doesn't have to be burnt inside of it, okay? We don't have to burn down an apartment to bring a lover in, okay? Please. All right. Another tip is, if you're going to place your jarred candle on a windowsill, please make sure that your windows are closed, and also that your drapes or curtains are far away from the flames itself. because that could also cause a lot of problems. So, and that could cause several problems. The wind could come and knock the candle out, burn your whole carpet up. It's a whole mess. As a matter of fact, don't even burn it on a windowsill. Burn it on a table, burn it on a countertop, burn it somewhere else. It's too risky. Okay, all right. Another tip is, and again, this also is controversial because, again, I have done this before and I've had both good and bad experience with this, is when you wrap your petition paper around the candle. You use tape or you use glue and you wrap your petition paper around the candle. I have had experience where it burned perfectly well, everything's fine, good news. But I've also had an experience where at one point the paper started to become very crispy and brown, and I became very worried. So if you want to prevent something like that, I would suggest putting your petition paper, like putting your jarred candle on top of a plate, and then putting your petition paper underneath that plate. And that way it could safely burn. It wouldn't become crispy, and everything will work out fine. So that's another tip. Next tip is, which is very important. If you have pets, please, oh please, for the sake of your home and your pet, please, if you're burning these, lock them in a room where your pet has no access to. I beg of you. I don't like the thought of anything happening to a pet because they're burned, because animals are very curious. They see a light, they're going to try to find out what's going on over there. So they're not going to be trained to not see what's going on in your candle. They're going to look. So please put it in your room, put it in the bathroom, just put it away from your pets, and just be safe. Okay, guys? So those are my quick tips, and I hope you guys manifest well. Thank you. See you again. Bye.